And Uasin Gishu Senator Jackson Mandago and two of his co-accused have been released on a bond of 2 million Kenya shillings with a surety of the same amount or a cash bail of 500,000 Kenya shillings. While appearing before the Nakuru court on Thursday, Senior Principal Magistrate Alois Ndege ruled that the three return at a later date for plea taking. The senator is among three others in the spotlight over the Finland and Canada Overseas Education Program, which has been mired in scandals. They are accused of conspiracy to steal 1.1 billion Kenya shillings from a Kenya commercial bank account in Eldoret registered under the Uasin Gishu Education Trust Fund, which was intended for overseas universities' fee for scholarship students. Our reporter Sandra Kidamani tells us more.
Uasin Gishu Senator Jackson Mandago, together with two other co-accused persons in the Finland-Canada scholarship scandals, could now afford a smile after a Nakuru law court released them on bail. The Nakuru court has suspended plea taking for the suspects following report that a fourth suspect fled the country. The trio was lawyer released on 2 million shillings bond or an alternative 500,000 cash bail.
The warrant of arrest having already been lifted, the concurrence of all parties herein should be released on bond or bail at this stage, pending the arrest of accused number one or any action on the charge sheet by the prosecution there. Bail or bond is a fundamental right to everyone, even to one who is arrested and not charged. The fact that plea is yet to be taken should not be a bar against the release on bail. In a case where the prosecution had no objection in the first place to the lifting of the warrant of arrest which they applied for earlier on, I do therefore consider that all the accused 2 and 3 only, accused 2 and 3 who are present today, be released on bond of 2 million Kenya shillings, a much of similar amount.
The judge further directed that the date for plea taking be set in 2 hours after bail judgment.
I consider them for bond of 2 million Kenya shillings, and one short of similar amount, or cash bill of 500,000 Kenya shillings. 500,000 Kenya shillings. Pending plea and or the arrest of the first accused person. So meanwhile, the warrant of arrest against the first accused person is still in force. So we agreed on a date. Of course, the prosecution always have a right, any party has a right to appeal within 14 days.
It essentially means that the accused person should be let go. Because on what basis are we taking a bond, Your Honor, or bail? You know, we are in court today for purpose of taking plea, but because they are unable to take plea today, we can essentially say by implication that there is no charge that has been leveled against them.
The judge also instructed the prosecution to separate the matter so that the first accused, who is still at large, be charged separately.
Just delivered a ruling on the trial process, commencing, and the court did rule that the process commences after the charge sheet, which involves all the accused persons, which I can't separate unless the prosecution separates them. So the prosecution had no objection in the first place to the lifting of the warrants of arrest for accused number 2 and 3 who are present today.
Mandago and his co-accused are facing charges of defrauding parents over $1 billion of shillings that were collected on the promise of sponsoring students to study in Finland and Canada.
How the issue of bond, what is this bond about? Is it for the presence, for the appearance of the first accused person, or we are really unable to understand, Your Honor, what this bond aspect is supposed to be about? Because we were all ready to take plea. And in that score, Your Honor, we want to say that we are grieved by your ruling and we ask for certified copies of your ruling so that we seek redress.
The lawyer of the first accused told the court that his clients had not been summoned by the Director of Criminal Investigations, but only learned about the arrests on social media.
The prosecution has suggested that the accused person be retained. We are before you pursuant to a charge sheet. There is a danger that in view of your ruling, the accused person may be arbitrarily detained. And in this case, therefore, we wish you to clarify that they will be released unconditionally.
DCI on Wednesday alleged the suspect fled the country following the investigation claims the lawyer refuted in court. He requested the court to defer the case of the first accused but proceed with the hearing of the other respondents until his clients can come back to the country.
In your subsequent ruling now on the issue, you should clarify that they should not be detained or retained over the same charges that you've deferred plea. Otherwise, that there is a possibility of abuse of the deferment of the ruling to the detriment of the accused person.
Senior Principal Magistrate Alois Ndege requested any aggrieved party to make appeal on the ruling instead of getting into a battle of words in court. On Wednesday, President William Ruto told Uasin Gishu residents that he would provide local scholarships for the victim of the scholarship scandal once the court finalizes the matter.
Hakuna maneno ya kubembelezana. Pesa ya ng'ombe ya mtu ama aliuza shamba, lazima arudishiwe pesa yake. Lakini hapo mbele, wakati uchunguzi itamalizika, mimi nitaona vile tunaweza kusaidia wale watoto ambao wamehusika na hii matatizo.
This happened when the president stopped to address the eager locals before attending the 8th Devolution Conference 2023 taking place in Eldoret until Sunday, August 19th.
Nitaona vile tutaweza kuwasaidia hawa watoto kwa sababu ni watoto wetu na ni watoto hawana hatia na ni watoto innocent. Si ndio? So tutawapanga vile tunaweza kuwapatia scholarship ya nyumbani hapa waende wasome ndio tuweze kuendelea na mambo yao. Lakini sio kumaanisha kwamba wale waliiba pesa watahepa. Hawawezi. Hapana.
EACC North Rift Regional Manager Charles Rasugu said the investigations which began in March have been complex. Speaking to the affected parents and students who took their demonstrations to the EACC offices in Eldoret, the manager said the agency was aware of the public interest and was at the tail to end the probe and will in the coming weeks submit the result file to the Director of Public Prosecutions with appropriate recommendations. The parents accused the commission of doing little to unravel the matter. Masita Rus, the girl affected by emerging scandal, was one of the complainants who confronted Governor B and Senator Mandago.
Mr. Baroro, tunajua dawa ya depression. Do you know any antidepressant of your mind? Any antidepressant? No. Mr. Mandago, any antidepressant? Do you know any antidepressant? No.
The graduate who confronted Mandago sent an appeal to President Ruto, saying that the victims want that they would continue demonstrating until they got their money back.
And then another money of 57 million is within the transactions of gentlemen. Personal withdrawal checks. Mesha, Lele, Rono.
Over the past 2 months, Uasin Gishu Senator Jackson Mandago and County Governor Jonathan B found themselves on the receiving of the students who were supposed to report to various universities in Finland and Canada despite paying millions to the devolved unit. The county has been in the spotlight over fake scholarship scandal purportedly undertaken by the county government, and it is said that approximately 2 million shillings was debited to the Uasin Gishu County Overseas account that cannot be accounted for. The Uasin Gishu Education Trust Fund account was opened in May 2021, and by December 2022, a total of 957,167,143 shillings had been credited to the account by parents. According to the Commission, a total of 257,326,740 shillings was debited from the Uasin Gishu Overseas account to beneficiaries indicated as agents or as intermediaries for onward transmission of universities in Finland and Canada. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, my name is Sandra Kidamani.
All right, let's take a short